This one is El Preparado. El Preparado. Okay, so let's see what is going on. In America, so abroad, another video. Trump goes nuclear, brings signature ignorance, recklessness to US nuclear stature from MSNBC. This is quite a charged title, though. Let's see what is going on together. Blind video reaction. Let's jump right in.
Just before his big meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping yesterday, Donald Trump made, I guess you could call it a surprise announcement. Posting, quote, "I've instructed the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. That process will begin immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter."
Okay, so there, so this has already been done. Okay, like I want to read the whole tweet because like it's nice to pick out like a certain part of it. Though like to look into this, I think it's better to have a bigger picture of things. So the United States has more nuclear weapons than any other country. Okay, this is like a statement to, you know, get out the saber and look how big it is. This was accomplished, including a complete update and renovation of existing weapons during his first term in office. Because of the tremendous destructive power, he hated to do it, though he had no choice. Russia is second and China is a distant third. Though there will be even within 5 years. Because of other countries' testing programs, Mr. Trump has instructed the Department of War to start testing the nuclear weapons on an equal basis. So, like when another country like tests a nuclear warhead, they will also test one. That process will begin immediately. He thanks each and every one for the intention to this matter. So he signs this one off with a President Donald J. Trump. So yeah, looking into this, it seems to be rising tensions, especially with testing programs, and he communicated it that he hates it. I understand it. Like in terms of like showing their capabilities. I think it's horrid. I think it's horrid that we reach this point again. That we need to detonate nuclear warheads on a regular basis. I really hope this is like a wake-up call to like each and every one. Cause like war sucks. And this is basically a displaying of power, like in capability. It's baffling to me that the people still don't understand that a nuke is dangerous and devastating. I think historical events like show it. Though apparently something happened that motivated Mr. Trump to conduct towards such actions. Though let's see what else there is to discovered in this regard.
There you go. Just a totally normal president talking about nuclear weapons in a totally normal way. And what could go wrong? I mean, this announcement really came out of nowhere, and it's not even clear what kind of nuclear tests he means or why it's so urgent to do them now. And when reporters tried to get some clarity from the president, he only made things much more confusing.
They seem to all be nuclear testing. We have more nuclear weapons than anybody. We don't do testing. We've halted it many years ago.
Because I think like it's clear by now. Like the only like this is all speculation. Like from my part, though, like I see one reason be that they show logistic capability of deploying and detonating a warhead. Because like it's not just about like having a warhead. It's like also about like being able to deploy it to display a certain amount of force. It's baffling to me that this happened. I ask myself what what was it on a global stage that made this action necessary?
But with others doing testing, I think it's appropriate that we do also.
Others are testing? I mean, like who? We don't really have any idea what he's talking about because the other nuclear superpowers, Russia and China, have not detonated a live nuclear weapon since the 1990s. America itself has not detonated one since 1992, which is 33 years ago. So it's really unclear what exactly is motivating Donald Trump to do this right now, to put out that statement last night. What is notable, and might not be a coincidence, that it comes just after the streaming service Netflix released a provocative new movie on this very subject.
Stratcom is asking for launch instructions right now. I'm gonna need you to breathe.
We are talking about hitting a bullet with a bullet.
So it's a f***ing coin toss? That's what $50 billion buys us?
Get in the car and just start driving.
The trash TV is this. What the heck?
If we do not take steps to neutralize our enemies now, we will lose our window to do so.
So that's the trailer for the Netflix movie House of Dynamite, which portrays a nightmare scenario in which the United States is revealed to be far more vulnerable to a nuclear attack than many would like to believe. That movie is, of course...
Nah. Okay. That's like interesting. Like in the terms, like in the term of like messaging basis, this basically means that they show, okay, we are capable to provide the necessary logistics in order to deploy and detonate a nuclear warhead. This is the message behind it. That they're like ready and capable of doing that. In terms of like other nations like testing that, I don't know, like is North Korea being addressed here? It would be lovely to find out. Like I agree, like who that is, 'cause it looks like trash TV. Certainly, like it can serve as a motivator for people who tend to get psychotic about things, though. Like this could be, for example, like countered by producing a movie piece that like shows the opposite of it. I don't know. Like we will see what else there is being theorized within this aspect. Though of course it sounds amazing to basically portray the president as an idiot who does this due to a movie being released or a series being released, because it basically dunks down on him very, very hard. It's like a very seductive method of like defacing someone's repute within this action.
A work of fiction. And yet the Pentagon was reportedly so anxious over that film, they issued an internal memo arguing all the ways that the doomsday scenario depicted in the movie isn't accurate.
Like this information is like new to me, so the Pentagon like got psychotic about it. It's like, it sounds like I think that there were like other movie sources, like in that sense. Like it would be interesting to find out like if there were like similar movies which like portrayed the US as vulnerable in that sense. It's like interesting to observe this all unfolding here.
So clearly that movie struck a nerve inside the Trump administration.
I don't know, like from what I know so far, like it doesn't look like it, though sure, like let's see, maybe they brought something else in that aspect.
Could it have gotten under Trump's skin too? Could it have prompted, let's say, a surprise announcement post about resuming nuclear?
This is like what I observe here right now. This is quite the emotional stance the speaker takes, so it looks like a prop. It could be a prop, like in that sense.
We don't know. What we do know is that the whole point is having a nuclear arsenal is deterrence. When our nuclear strike capacity is what ensures that America's enemies think twice before taking action against us. And yet today, Vice President J.D. Vance seems so intent on justifying the need for nuclear tests, the ones his boss announced he wants to do, so determined to defend Trump's decision that he actually suggested that America's nuclear weapons may not be functioning properly.
I think the president's truth speaks for itself. We have a big arsenal, obviously. The Russians have a large nuclear arsenal. The Chinese have a large nuclear arsenal. Sometimes you've got to test it to make sure that it's functioning and working properly.
Wait a minute. You're not sure that it's functioning properly? I mean, the last thing any member of any administration should do is cast doubt on America's nuclear capability. But that's exactly what the vice president just seemed to do. And Vance seemed to realize that in real time, because just a second
Seems to do. Seems. I'm also quite certain that there were like more aspects within the speech being portrayed, which haven't been covered. Like it's like easy to cherry pick. Like context is a thing. Like I yet again like refer to my formerly made statement that basically when you allow the capacity of conducting tests, that like logistic capabilities are being provided in order to conduct such a test. Like it's again like showing the capability that you're able to deploy and detonate a nuclear warhead. Like readiness is being given, and as this is a test for general nuclear capability when such a warhead is being deployed, like when we talk testing, randomness is quite advisable. So this can mean that every warhead within the US needs to be on the ready. So people are on a higher sense of alert because they know, okay, like it could be that my facility storing nuclear warheads will be tested. So I need to be ready in order to provide a nuclear warhead for it to be tested in that sense.
a second later, he walked it back.
To be clear, we know that it does work properly, but you got to keep on top of it over time.
Okay, so now our nuclear arsenal does work properly. Okay, that was all.
Well, again, like when we talk the readiness for retaliationary Jesus Christ testing. So like when another nation of like those ones mentioned like tests a nuclear warhead, and then they also like in exchange also conduct a nuclear test. It shows you like a sense of urgency within those test facilities. Like it's not about if it works or not. It's about that the manager at the facility is being alerted that he knows, okay, now every time it can happen, a test. So I need to be extra diligent within my work so that I get my salary, so that I don't get expelled from my job, so that everything is at the ready. So people are way more incentivized to provide capability rather than, you know, like, oh, okay, it's another day in this facility. Let's sit down and chill a little bit.
One statement. Look, we have no legitimate reason to believe that there are any problems with America's nuclear capacity. Even the vice president walked his earlier statement back. But we have every reason to question how seriously this administration takes its responsibility when it comes to nukes. Remember, this is the same president who accidentally fired and then had to rehire all the members of the agency that oversees the safety of nuclear warheads in this country.
That's interesting. The US government tries to rehire nuclear staff it fired a few days ago by the British Broadcast Corporation. This is also like new news to me. Like, wow, we were cleaning up a bit. It's so cute, Queen. Don't worry about it. I appreciate that you let me know. Oh.
And then furloughed more than 1,000 workers from another nuclear safety agency during the government shutdown. We don't know why Donald Trump decided.
It's like interesting. So they were ridding those people. Like now they're getting them back and putting them on alert that it can be at any time that things are like that things could be tested. So like in a sense, okay. Like when I let people go, they are not useful because XYZ. Now I rehire those people because I noticed, okay, not a good idea. So what to do? Don't let them there and rot. Give them money so that they have to do stuff. So like, because like when they just get money like and don't do nothing, I think we are now like start to collect the picture. It looks more and more like readiness, like ready to action. Tension is being derived, like nuclear warheads getting moved from point A to point B to assure readiness of tests at all times.
Decided to announce he was resuming tests of America's nuclear arsenal. We don't know what kind of tests he wants to carry out, and frankly, I'm not entirely sure he does either.
Like a deployment, for example, is not equaling a detonation. It could also be like deployment tests. Like getting that thing out there, like for example in Nevada, like preparing everything and then like unmounting the test stage and bringing the warhead back to facility XYZ.
But let's not forget, this is the same guy who said during his first term he wanted to literally nuke a hurricane. According to Axios, he brought up that idea on multiple occasions.
Like I don't know the implications that this would have, like weather engineering. There are like quite some approaches in that regard. I think also would be a very bad idea. Though, like it's like quite interesting to have that capital in that sense, and like I don't know. Like it could be an idea. Like I'm no nuclear scientist. It would be lovely like to find out the implications of a nuclear detonation within a hurricane. Though, if it could stop the hurricane, like the money saved from a nuclear warhead could provide the necessary argumentation for nuclear warheads to be produced. Like on one hand, on the other hand, the damages could be stopped by obliterating the hurricane with a nuclear warhead, which like sounds amazing on paper, though I think like the aspects of radiation are not a thing to be played with. Oh,
Doesn't inspire a whole lot of confidence in his judgment or his comprehension of one of the most important responsibilities of the presidency. So Trump may think he sounds strong and powerful when he talks about testing nuclear weapons.
though like also to like verbally state that like nuclear warheads have become like with time way more cleaner due to a more complete detonation of the warhead itself. That it's a good idea, I quite doubt that. It would be lovely like to hear and or read more from like actual scientists who look into that.
But to everyone else, he sounds not only reckless, but like he doesn't really have a clue how any of this works. Or that's my assessment.
Which could be because I also like doubt that Mr. Trump is a nuclear scientist.
Joining me now is Lieutenant General Mark Hertling, a 37-year Army veteran who served as Commanding General of U.S. Army Europe. He's the author of the upcoming book, If I Don't Return, A Father's Wartime Journal.
This ends.
Let me just start by asking you, I just want to talk about kind of the risks here. I mean, the publication, The Scientific American, spoke to a nuclear expert who explained that the U.S. has other ways, of course, of testing our arsenal without exploding an actual bomb. I mean, we haven't done this in decades. He warned that the only countries that will really learn...
Like for nuclear facilities to be tested, like in accordance to this procedure, there needs to be a guarantee that each warhead is being provided with the necessary detonation mechanics. So you can't separate the nuclear source from the warhead. Like it needs to be ready at all times. So like from what I get, this is like a sharpening of the nuclear capability, and it could be a response to formally made threats by Mr. Putin that he is ready to engage with a nuclear conflict due to the east flank of Europe being tested actively by drones from Mr. Putin. So you basically, like by establishing the phrasing, yes, now things can be tested, like that you now can be sort of 100% sure that the nuclear arsenal is ready at all times. Am I watching news? Yeah, like we're watching a news video together, Queen. like Mr. Trump said, he placed in order for nuclear warheads to be diligently tested again, which basically grants the security, like in quotes, that each warhead is ready for deployment and detonation at all times due to reactive testing being instantiated. And I assume when you look on the time axis and like also like star tinfoil hatting, that this has been done due to formally made threats by Mr. Putin that nuclear engagement is possible. Especially when you take into account that the east flank is being tested on multiple places by drones from army assets. I think this is a reasonable action to take as a president in order to not cause a panic. Because, like, yeah, it's testing, so what?
More if testing resumes, are Russia and to a much greater extent, China. I thought this was really an interesting assessment or interesting flag, I guess, one of our producers shared. What kind of sort of data?
Every time you hear the word Putin, you hear the way French say Putin, and you want one now. the French is so cute, Queen.
Could Russia and China glean here if Trump did move forward with conducting explosive tests?
Well, like you said earlier, Jen, there's a lot of potential advantages and disadvantages to this. And like you, my jaw dropped when I first heard him say it, especially 5 minutes before he met with President Xi.
Well, like on the strategic level, like hereby assuming what he felt, this is alarming. Like again, like when the president, so like the CEO of the government, says like everything needs to be at the ready because we can come to your facility and test it, but then they are on alert. They are at the ready. This means the call comes in, we now test your warhead, they need to provide. Else they will lose their job, their existence. This is serious. This is serious stuff.
But, you know, you could say that, as you mentioned earlier in the show, we haven't conducted a test since '92, and that's because the nuclear force normally relies on simulations and subcritical tests, but they do it all the time.
That's what I meant. Like I think this is a beautiful term, like subcritical tests. So like again, like there's like one phase is like deployment. Yeah, and the other phase is like detonation, and you have like also steps in between. So like testing grants logistic capability and armed nuclear warheads. So they are not separated. Like you can separate the warhead from the machine, you know, like so that the thing doesn't blow up. Now it's granted that those things are capable for testing, reactive testing.
There is an aging fleet, as Vice President Vance implied, but not that old, and they're capable and accurate. But I think this movie has made
well like the next thing is it's not just like it could be that they like try to like impose this on the movie. Like the next thing is like when you don't need to do the whole do anything like the whole day, you tend to get lazy, you know. And like this way, it's like absolutely granted because like everyone who fucks up the test, like he will lose his job.
Cause some people to wonder exactly what the condition of the fleet.
Like we're talking nukes, not like I don't know, some Play-Doh, some pottery or something. Those are fucking nukes. Like let that sink in.
It is and how it would be executed. But to get to your question, a test would certainly trigger more reciprocal testing and arms buildup from places like Russia, China, India, Pakistan. I mean, name the nuclear power. And
it like also shifts the wording, like you know, like saber rattling in terms of I'm gonna attack you with nukes. Like it shifts it also like to yeah, I'm gonna test my nukes, you know, like in a sense like this race to the moon type scenario, which is like way better than threatening one another with nukes.
Russia has been threatening the use of nuclear weapons since 2022 when they invaded Crimea.
Exactly.
Or Ukraine as a whole. But, even
So, like, imminent testing then, like, grants capability even more, like, because the people on the facilities are aware and on alert that the test can take place anytime.
an underground test would have, it would leak radioactive material. It would be extremely expensive, and our foes could gather a great deal from that. So just announcing that they were going to do testing before a plan was in place, in my view, is not a very good strategy. These things, if you're concerned about the nuclear fleet, as
Well, like, announcing that could, like, ease tension. Like, because when you have an intelligence apparatus being instantiated within a foreign nation, and you find out that this foreign nation is, like, now ramping up capabilities in order for nuclear deployment and or detonation, you can start thinking, like, within such a high stakes field. Oh my God, he's gonna wreck the fuck, like, he's gonna wreck the fucking planet. I can argue with that. Like, and this way, it's like openly communicated, because, like, communicating, especially on a global stage, is very important for the people, so that they know what's going on. You can't just, like, ramp up your own your whole arsenal and don't expect, like, other nations to not react on this. This way, it's clearly communicated what is happening. We hear a nuke detonate, we also gonna detonate one, and we will show that we are capable. In my humble opinion, a powerful statement. Though, of course, like, especially when there are, like, formally questionable statements being made, sure, it's then, like, inviting, especially when you are on the opposition to dunk down on this person, on this individual.
it appears President Trump is, you say to your aides, hey, let's take a look at what we're doing and how we're doing it, so we don't have the confusion that was portrayed in that movie, and we don't basically message to our foes what we're doing, so they can watch what we're doing and see the condition of our fleet. So good questions, and I'm not sure why this is happening. It seems a little bit strange to me right now.
Because it's an intelligence aspect. Like, I assume, like, everyone being associated with this topic matter who is not an intelligence asset actively working with intelligence agencies. You're just speculating, because, like, funny enough, like, I had it today, like those governmental agencies within countries are sometimes there over 200 years. Like those 3-letter agencies, they're hundreds and hundreds of years old. They know their shit. They learned over hundreds of years, so, like, all we can do is, like, speculate, like, getting the tinfoil hat and, like, starting rolling, popping and rolling, popping and rolling.
Very strange. And to your point, Dmitry Peskov, who's one of the President Putin's longtime aides, sort of suggested that they would test in response. He did that in the last 24 hours. I want to play for you what Speaker Mike Johnson said in reaction to Trump's decision today, because I think all of this is creating a lot of confusion out there. Let's play that.
I haven't spoken to the president in about 48 hours, so I did not know he was going to say that, but I think it is an important thing for him to have said. Why? Because we have demonstrated, even in recent days, that the only way to maintain peace is to show strength.
I wanted to play this because,
like, as formally speculated by me, and like, again, of course, like, for the opposition, this is very inventatious. Yeah, you have this movie releasing, you have formally statements being made about, like, nuking hurricanes, which like, overall and in general, like, paints a beautiful picture for the opposition, and they can say, look at this madman. Looks like a lot of show, like, going on there, from my humble opinion.
you have been in a position, you were in a position for many years at a very high level of the military, and it feels like testing of nuclear weapons is not actually showing peace through strength. It feels like it's doing something quite different from that. But what did you think of his comments?
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that comment, and it's quite frankly kind of blowing me away, because for him to say that publicly, I mean, if you have doubts about the nuclear program, then this is something that you would bring the Stratcom commander and others who are dealing with nuclear weapons into Congress and provide oversight. But it seems Speaker Johnson has been surprised by a lot of things the president has said in an ad hoc manner. And it just is not appropriate, I think, for him to say.
Which like, yet again, also grants and allows you the speculative orientation that this is a field of high political tension. Again, we recently had frontline probings via drones conducted by military assets across the east flank of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This is serious shit. We have threats conducted with nuclear engagement by a war party. This is serious shit. And again, like there are three-letter agencies older than 200 years. They know their stuff, and when they decide to not tell a spokesman about something, though, like to let it be pronounced or like announced by the president himself. For me, this looks like something happened there which made this necessary, because doing this without a reason, this is quite an aggressive move. Because, like, again, now every nuclear facility within the United States of America knows a test can happen at any time. Because you have, like, North Korea, for example, and they've proven that they are capable and willing on testing nuclear warheads. And again, you don't have a glass ball which like tells you the future. This can happen at any time. And again, there are existences now like at play, because like when a test like this is failing, people will lose their jobs.
Those kind of things. And it's certainly testing of a nuclear weapon doesn't deliver the message of peace through strength. It creates a message that you're doubting your nuclear capability, and you're also trying to show the world that you've got a little bit of swag.
It creates the angle of speculation that this is the case. Yes, like, you can speculate that, like not to be like super offensive or like taking any sides here. Like this man has been granted a public appearance with an MSNBC, being capable of showing his book. So yeah, this also grants me the capability of speculating that he does this because he has been asked to. Like, could be. You know, like, though, what am I trying to get to? I'm not trying to emotionalize this whole debate. I try to emphasize that, again, like those agencies, they know their stuff, and this is all speculation at this point. Like, what is the action? Like, what is the result of this? We now know that they are like on high alert, and that people could lose their jobs if they fail the supervised test. So they are on high alert. This is code red, in a sense, like in quotes, code red for the nuclear storage facilities with nuclear assets.
Which is never a good thing used in the military.
And it could set off a chain of events, as you already alluded to, which is certainly never the goal of any United States leader, Republican or Democrat, or it hasn't been. Lieutenant General Mark Hertling, thank you so much for joining us.
Quite a bold statement, though, sure.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay, amazing video. So, what can we conclude? We can conclude, like now let's go away from speculation. We can conclude there was made active nuclear threats from a war participant. There were tests conducted at the east flank of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. We have active deployment of assets across the east flank of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. What happened now? Now we know that each logistical facility associated with nuclear strategic assets of the United States of America is now on alert and ready to conduct tests at any time with nuclear strategic assets. The rest is speculation. So yeah, YouTube, you guys, I appreciate that y'all watched. I'll link the original video in the description. Oh, voice crack, Jesus. Go there, like, comment, subscribe. Be nice, be kind. Of course, I would also be happy about a subscription and all that. Although there's no necessity in that sense. But yeah, YouTube, as usual, love you guys and peace.